everyone, welcome to the Sweet Source Canada YouTube channel, and today I'm changing these guys out as well as the ones on both the sides that are kind of out of camera shot. So yeah, let's get started. So what I actually did on a failed recording is that I actually just ended up crumbling this one. This one was already coming apart, as you could see, and I kind of already took it off. So we have these nice little 3D printed units that actually look really solid. They look pretty much identical and are made out of a bit of a stronger material, it seems. So I think these will be a good replacement. So let's go ahead and try to put one on. In that failed attempt, I did also try to install these dry, and I was having kind of a hard time. So I'm going to actually use a lubricant this time. I'm actually going to use Rubber Care. And that's kind of like going to help it slide, hopefully. If not, maybe I'll have to try some silicone spray or something. So I'm just going to actually spray it directly in here. If you look inside here, you can see there's two wider portions which align with the two wider portions right here on the actual shaft of the knob there. I know, we're all adults, okay? And yeah, so I'm going to try to align those now. I have a bit of lubricant here, so let's see how that works out. And this should, in theory, go right on pretty easily. And I don't want to break the actual vent itself, so I'm going to be really careful with this. I'm going to try to maybe put something here, maybe my finger, to try and hold the vent in place. Maybe a screwdriver would be better while I press this on. I don't know if it'll go further than that, but this looks pretty good. It is sticking out a little bit more than this one. Would like to maybe get it a bit more in there. If you go ahead and look right over here, you could see I don't even see the part anymore where the knob slides onto, so that's actually good. If you compare it to this one's a bit closer. Could probably mess around with that. However, the knobs are supposed to sit nearly flush to the ball joints, so I will need probably a bit more lubrication. Alright, so I got it onto a pretty satisfactory level right now. I do think they look nearly perfect, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. As you can see, it is still sticking out a little bit more than the factory, but I am eventually thinking about actually taking these out and drilling them out a bit more. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with it so far. So let's try to remove this next knob and see how we can do there. So let's see how we could do that. I'm wondering if I just try to crush this one too, try to remove it carefully. Oh, and it's falling apart as well. So yeah, that's why we're changing these. And I dropped a little piece in there. That's going to be nice. Hold the knob here, hold the vent rather, try to press that on there. I'm trying to wiggle it so it puts a bit less force on the actual vent itself. By wiggling it, oh wow, this one's going on a lot better actually. By wiggling it back and forth, I am able to get it actually looking almost like original here. That's actually a lot closer than this one. So I'm going to keep wiggling this one here and going like that. Maybe even put a bit more lubricant on it. Let's try to put a bit more lubricant on this one. Move it slowly. It's pretty pressed in there. There you go. Alright, let's put a bit more lubricant on this one. Should probably also clean it as well. This one actually looks a lot better. And I'm actually way happier with how this one looks. So let's see. We can also clean this one up. Let's do it right here. Now, this orientation here, let's fiddle with it. And I'm happy these plastic ones, happy to report that they are a lot more firm than the original ones are now. The distancing between the actual ball joint and the knob is actually really good now. So I'm going to keep doing this for the others, but I'm happy with this so far. I mean, these look really good. And yeah, I'm actually really happy with those. Alright, now we're going to do the driver's side. So let's see if this one kind of crumbles. This one's really sticky too, so it's kind of nasty. Let me see if I can pull it out or if it's going to crumble. It's like a gambling game, except most of the time it does just crumble. Trying to carefully pull it, and yeah, it's broke as well. These things are really flimsy. And it kind of pains me to do this. I would have liked to keep some if they are able to be saved, but honestly, these are just falling apart horribly. Let's clean it up like we did it before. I brought a little screwdriver in case I have to maybe shave away at the 3D printed part a little bit so it would fit better. But honestly, these are fitting really well. And Let's go ahead and clean this up first. Get all the debris off. There we go, it looks pretty clean. And now let's grab another knob. Alright, so I've decided to do this instead. It probably gives me a bit more space here. Looking pretty good, but not there yet. Looking pretty good, but still have some wiggling to do. Leave it like this for now, and let's do the passenger side. Alright, let's see how this one comes out, if it cooperates or not. Let's try to take it out slowly. This one's actually probably the most robust one out of all of them. Guess we're gonna have to split this one too. There we go. And now let's clean this up as well. Right, new knob's going to go on now. Let's try to get this one on too properly. Maybe with the rag will help as well. A bit more grip. Okay. Seems like the side knobs are a bit trickier than the middle ones for some reason. But it is working. It is going on. It is now flush at least. Alright everyone, so I'm pretty satisfied with it overall. This one I might push a bit more off camera, and as well as the left side one. So it looks like these ones are a bit trickier for some reason, maybe because of the way the actual shaft itself is oriented the other way, other than the middle ones. So the side ones have the orientation a little bit different, so probably it was easier to wiggle them on that way. But these ones went on super well, as you can see. Like, these look really good. So I will probably do it off camera to try to wiggle these on. I don't think there's any necessarily any method to it. I think you just gotta keep going until it kind of goes on. I think it also moves more there. But I'm gonna keep messing around. These vents are actually pretty sturdy. To my surprise, they have a good amount of spring to them, so I'm not really worried about damaging them. But I will probably continue. But as they are now, these do look fantastic compared to what was there before. These actually look fantastic, and these ones here too, the left and the right, are at the same level, so it doesn't really bother me. At least there's some symmetry there, but they honestly look really good. And you can see here, if you look down, I have one more knob left, so that's nice and spare. And then if you look here, get this out of the way here, if you look here, you can see all the carnage, and yeah, these are just completely toasted and garbage. This plastic just falls apart so easily in your hands. And unfortunately, if there was some sort of, you know, original knob still available, it'd be nice, but these don't come separate, unlike a 9.5 or an OG 9.3. These don't come separate, so you gotta just either get the whole vent or actually change these little knobs out for these 3D printed ones. And that's something I actually love about 3D printed parts, is sometimes they come in handy like this, and if done right, they will do well. So we're actually working on manufacturing some as well at Sweet Source, so that's going to be really fun. But anyways, guys, that is it. If you have any suggestions when it comes to 3D printed parts, what we should make, please let me know in the comments below. And otherwise, I hope this video was helpful to you guys and informative enough for you guys. And have a great day. Thank you so much.